outskirts of the city. The first feature of any note encountered are the Campsie Fells, and Drumgoyne in particular, which rises steeply just beyond the village of Strathblane. The landscape between Milngavie and Balmaha is mostly given over to farmland, and most walkers will want to put it behind them quickly.
Got your own stuff over there. You didn't like this, it's dry and old and horrible.
These hills have little of the wild majesty of the Western Highlands that are to come, and have long been domesticated by farmers and day trippers. After the opening flatlands, Connick Hill, which rises above Balmaha, provides the first serious incline of the way and marks the Highland boundary fault. The West Highland Way traverses the hill just beneath its summits, and it's well worth the short diversion of the climb for the view of Loch Lomond and the start of the Highlands, and particularly when you're lucky enough to encounter an inversion. My little dog Tashi first climbed Connick Hill when he was only 9 weeks old. We've climbed it on numerous occasions since then, and in all weathers, but never with a view like this one. An inversion seen from such a low hill is something of a rarity. Tashi's a cheeky little chap, and he's always on the lookout for the opportunity to make potential mischief.
Tashi, Jomo! Sorry. Oh, it's not your food to go and eat.
Most of the walkers you will encounter on the West Highland Way around here will be making the ascent of Connick Hill. Many of them will not be even aware that they're walking on the way. As the path meanders its way down to Balmaha, the views will make you want to linger. Balmaha in November can be a quiet place, but in the height of the summer it throngs with tourists. Many doing the West Highland Way will make their first stop around here. Balmaha is 18 miles from the start in Milngavie. From here onwards, the bonny banks will be your companion for many a mile. In the summer months you'll be glad of the breeze if you want to stop. The dreaded midge can't fly in winds over 10 miles an hour. If the wind should drop, especially around dusk or dawn, you will not tarry long in any one spot. The midge is known as the curse of Scotland, and not without reason.
Tashi Jomo. Tashi. Tashi Jomo.
For those of you who pause to look with imagination, there are faces in the ancient trees and rocks, watching over fairy circles and secret places of power. We can discover the dharma of life in the subtle hues of lichens and mosses, or the play of light in a grotto of green. We can be held transfixed by wonder at the glittering dance of light reflected on the rippling waters of the loch. We can marvel at the mirrored colours of the sky, as the sun sinks in the west and fairy stars sparkle like falling rain. On a hot day there's nothing like a good paddle. Mind you, Tashi isn't too keen in the water, and here it's likely to be cold at any time of the year. Loch Lomond is the longest stretch of inland water in Scotland, and it's a popular destination for day trippers from Glasgow. Its beauty may well be fabled, but is far from being a wilderness. Once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's crown, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shone madly from their spears, to hear the sea maid's music. The public road ends at Raardennan, and just beyond the pier stands the National Park Memorial. Raardennan is a busy spot, as it is the start for the tourist route up Ben Lomond, Scotland's most southerly Munro. Just beyond the roadhead at Raardennan, the white buildings of the youth hostel hide among the trees, dwarfed by the imposing bulk of Ben Lomond. What would the world be once bereft of wet and wilderness? Let them be left, oh let them be left. Wildness and wet, long live the wheats and the wilderness yet. Hark as my lingering footsteps slow retire. Some spirit of the air has waked thy string. 'Tis now a seraph bold with touch of fire. 'Tis now the brush of the fairies' frolic wing. Receding now, the dying numbers ring. Fainter and fainter down the rugged dell, and now the mountain breezes scarcely bring a wandering witch note of the distant spell, and now 'tis silent all. Enchantress, fare thee well.